The Qurikancha is one of the most historically significant structures in the capital of the Incan Empire. Also known as the Temple of the Sun, this monument was dedicated to Inti, the Incan god of the sun. This structure was arguably the greatest architectural masterpiece of the Incan culture, as the sheer beauty of the building demonstrates the advancements of the Incan citizens. In 1551, Spaniard Pedro de Cieza de Leon had described the astonishment of the ceremonial structure before it was buried alive under the Santo Domingo Church. Cieza described the amount of gold that was used in the construction of the building, as well as the many jars, silver emeralds, vessels, and bowls that were located inside of the temple. These artifacts make the Qurikancha one of the richest temples in the world. Although the original structure was partially sacked and burned in 1536 during the Incan revolt under Manco, the Dominicans erected the Church of Santo Domingo in place of the original temple. The architectural brilliance of this structure is quite important in understanding its historical significance. As Nigel Davies, author of The Incan State, explains, the Temple of the Sun was an enclosure that was surrounded by a wall of finely cut stone plated with gold. Females, who were known as the Virgins of the Sun, wove the walls within the structure with ceremonial textiles that demonstrated life within the Incan culture. Davies also notes how the Incan stonework is carved into the wall on the west side of the cloister, where it is believed that there used to exist thrones or seats for Incan royalty. Unfortunately, the gold within the temple has been removed, but one aspect of the Qurikancha that has remained constant through the centuries is the Incan influence of masonry and architecture that has been blended with the influence of Spanish architecture through reconstruction. The sheer beauty of the structure is quite evident through its rich use of gold, silver, and precious stones, but there is much more significance to the structure than what meets the eye. Although Spanish explorers had named the shrine the Temple of the Sun, it held a much deeper religious sentiment among the Incan people. As historian Jamaica Highwater explains, this was a temple that was located in the holy city of Cusco and was the focal point of religious and spiritual authority among the Incan people. The Qurikancha was a religious temple that was dedicated not only to the sun, but also to the moon and the stars, thunder and lightning, and the rainbow. The Qurikancha was a temple created in dedication to all of the deities of the Incas, making it the most significant and meaningful structure of the Incan culture. Through ceremonial practices and worship, the Incans used this temple as a means to show appreciation and honor to their cultural gods. This structure holds a vast amount of historical significance due to its ceremonial, spiritual, and religious context. Incan culture also showed spirituality through its use of water. Not only was Incan water used for agricultural production as well as engineering technologies, but Incan culture gave meaning to water and placed great value on its movement and sensorial appeal. As historian Carolyn Dean notes, there used to exist a golden fountain in the center of the Qurikancha's courtyard that was used for sacrificial ceremonies and other tributes to the gods. The display fountains found in the Qurikancha's courtyard were used not only for religious practice, but also mimicked the city of Cusco's intricate water system. The temple not only represents the Incan people and their dedication toward their religious figures, but it also proves the progressive architectural and intellectual brilliance of this group of people. The Qurikancha was the Incans' primary and most sacred of all their structures. This shrine was regarded not only as one of the richest in the world, but one of the most incredibly beautiful temples ever constructed among the Incans. This building is no ordinary temple, as it stood as a symbol of Incan culture, spirituality, and intellect through many centuries. Its brilliance and beauty represents not only the structure's significance, but also the significance of those who constructed the majestic Qurikancha.